Hi, welcome to the BoshNRoll channel. I'm your host, Brian Koval. Before we get started, make sure to hit those like and subscribe buttons. If you want to see me play your favorite deck or your spicy brew on the channel, I take donation deck lists. I'll do a deck tech, play a full Magic Online League, and help tune your list. If that sounds good, check out my contact info. It's in the video description below. Now let's go play some Magic.
Hello again, BoshNRoll channel, playing Legacy. Today, once again, we're playing Pox. So, in the last couple weeks, if you follow my content, you've seen Lone Pox and you've seen Mono Black Pox, and now I have another donation deck list from user Papalophaty, who wanted to see Red Black Pox featuring Kroxa Titans of Death's Hunger. So, I've made some pretty significant departures from normal Pox building for this deck. And the reason is because I've played Pox twice so recently and run into the problems of discard isn't very good in Legacy right now. Not enough lands in the deck, not enough card advantage in the deck, just all sorts of problems. I also had the insider information from Phil Gallagher of Thraben U. He also recently played Red Black Kroxa Pox, and he said Kroxa was completely uncastable on the back end. The Black Black Red Red is just impossible with Wastelands and Mishra's Factories in the deck. So I'm not playing Mishra's Factory, and I've added Arkham's Astrolabe to mitigate the Wasteland problem. So that's a pretty big deal. I don't think I've seen Astrolabe in Pox anywhere. You'll also notice, if you scan this deck list, there's no smallpox. So is this even Pox, or is it just Red-Black Kroxa? I don't know. Up to you. But smallpox did not line up well with anyone ever in any of the other Pox games I played. Like, there was a time in Legacy where your opponent plays like turn one Mother of Runes or Noble Hierarch or Delver, and then Pox just sends them to the Stone Age. Smallpox, they lose the creature, they lose the land, they discard a card. But I was frequently choking for lands of my own, or they didn't have a creature in play, or they had two creatures in play, and casting Smallpox would just kill me. So Smallpox is gone. And I have adopted in its place Dead of Winter to kill creatures because we're a snow deck with Astrolabes. There's 10 snow lands. With the fetch lands, that's 15 sources of snow mana on turn 1. The Astrolabes, I think Dead of Winter is pretty good. Replaces the Toxic Deluge of previous decks. I got a bunch of removal here. I added Crucible of Worlds as another card advantage engine. And my favorite thing to see, Court of Ambition. I haven't seen the Pox players play in this yet, but this checks a lot of the boxes that I wanted checked, which is card advantage, and it also is a win condition. So at the beginning of your upkeep, each opponent loses 3 life unless they discard a card. If you're the Monarch, instead each opponent loses 6 life unless they discard 2 cards. So this is steady damage or steady discard, either way. And with all of these removal spells and discard spells, we should be pretty good at protecting the Monarch. So this is the deck. This is how I've chosen to build it. It's a wild departure from Pox lists you've seen before, but I learned my lesson in the past, and let's see how this goes. Alright, I'm on the draw here. I have a one-lander. This one-lander has Inquisition. Yeah, I need a mulligan this. This isn't going anywhere. Okay. 3 lands is the magic number. I don't think I need Thoughtseize on top of Inquisition and him, so Thoughtseize is the one that is the worst. Like, Inquisition is going to be my first spell, unless they're a combo deck. I'm going to be glad I kept Inquisition. So, Inquisition should pave the way for him, which paves the way for Liliana. Okay, they are in fact a combo deck. Oh baby, they have Echo of Aeons in their hand. Wow, why didn't they pop that? Oh, I guess they didn't know I'm just a shitty black deck. Okay, I'll strip the LED and make this a lot harder for them now. Yeah, they are definitely kicking themselves over there. Yeah, this appears to be just trusty old the Epic Storm. So this hymn's a little dangerous, because if I put Echo of Eons in the graveyard, they can cast it, and then they have a bunch of cards. But, oh, did they draw Veil of Summer? Oh my god, they did. That's a good draw. Okay, whatever. I mean, I was just saying the Echo of Eons is dangerous in the graveyard. God, that's actually super annoying that they have exactly Echo of Eons in their hand. Just in their opening hand. Where this Liliana, normally I would get the hooks in here, start making them discard cards. And I'm going to have to do that eventually, so, fuck it. Let's go, Liliana. I'm going to discard Eliminate. That card is not important in this matchup. So they discard Echo. They get to play Opal Right Echo next turn. I'm not sure there was a way around that. Oh, they had a second right. Oh, and an LED too. Not bad. Probably not surviving this turn. Just one card checkmate here. My hand was actually insane if they didn't have exactly Echo of Eons to reload. Alright, what is my sideboard plan here? The Null Rods come in. Leyline of the Void, maybe. The Pyroblast come in. That is not good. And Wasteland's not the worst. Start to get control of this situation. Oh, now I'm dead. Getting Thoughtseize, interesting. Are they just like playing around Mindbreak Trap in the main deck? Or did they whiff that hard? I don't know. I'm not sure why, in what universe Thoughtseize would have been the right card to get there. So I get to check their hand with Inquisition. Guess there's a good chance they have Veil of Summer. They do play 4 of them, and they just drew 7. Oh wow, they had Veil and just didn't care. Yeah, I'll take Brainstorm. I'm not too proud. I will strip the Taiga, try to take them off Veil if I can. That's interesting. I think they really blew it pretty hard with that. That Burning Wish last turn. Like if that just got Empty of the Warrens, I don't think I could ever win. Alright, so they need to have an artifact to get green mana for this Veil. Oh, that's why they didn't cast it, because their Taiga was tapped? Is that what happened? Not even sure. Oh, good. Nice. That was their best draw in their entire deck. I guess Burning Wish for Echo of Eons might have been better, but that was an extremely good draw. I made their hand bad on purpose, but they went and made it good again. The good news for me, though, is that Liliana is providing meaningful pressure on their hand at this point. The bad news is, if they find any artifact off of this, then Veil of Summer is back on, and my Thoughtseize is embarrassing. Could also lose here. I could always just lose. Oh, okay. They must have Ad Nauseam in their top 3 cards, because they just popped their LED in response to Ponder. Yep. Alright, yeah. I mean, that was pretty insane. Let's Storm is 3. They have Wish Claw, Talisman, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 mana, 12. Yeah, they should be able to win this game pretty easily. I didn't know Defense Grid was a masterpiece. Don't think I've ever seen that version of that card before. Alright, I think you can figure it out from here. Even though you had the win last turn, I'm pretty sure that they know what they're doing from this point. Okay, so Null Rod comes in. I probably want Pyroblast to fight over their cantrips. I'm not sure that I want Leyline of the Void. Like, it's good against exactly Echo, but Echo is pretty good against my whole deck. So, cutting... I'll save the Kolaghan's command for later. I have creature removal to cut first. Alright, so these are all out. Dark Ritual's probably pretty important here. Dead of Winter. Oh, if they go for goblins, I'm going to want Dead of Winters, so I have to leave those in. Angrath's Rampage, not super good. So Pyroblast, Nullrod. Do I want Ley Lines? Echo is a complete dumpster, so I probably do want these Ley Lines. Shrieking Affliction, I guess. I'm going to cut. I'm going to have to start cutting win conditions now. Like, I'm basically going to lock them out or I'm not. I don't think racing is part of the plan here. So one of the Astrolabes can go. They play so many fucking Veil of Summers. I don't like it. I wonder if Blood Moon's good against them. It probably is, but it's probably too slow. Alright, got the classic Dark Ritual Hymn to Tarok Thoughtseize You. Let's hope that they don't have Echo of Eons in their hand. Alright, they don't have Echo, so I can strip... I actually think I'm more worried about... Oh, the Burning Wish can get Echo, so I'll take Burning Wish and then also hymn them. I got the Brainstorm. That was the other one I was worried about. Cool. Okay, here we are. And I have a Wasteland to follow this up. Their hand currently does nothing at all. Let's draw another Hymn to Tarok. Bummer. Nice red card, idiot. So I don't think they're going to skip a land drop to play around Wasteland, so I am going to get to waste them this turn, unless a better play emerges like that one. I'm just going to discard the Pyroblast to Liliana. Wasteland's going to be better. Pyroblast does counter Echo, which is the scariest card from this position, but I'm hoping to get the hooks in. Oh, they discarded a land. Good thing I hid this Wasteland. They don't know what's coming. I guess I should never F6 because I want them to think about Mindbreak Trap at least a little bit. Alright, I'm going to hide the Wasteland still. I'm going to end up discarding a land regardless here. Alright, they discarded another land. Get you with the Wasteland. So their hand is Rite of Flame Mox Opal right now. They're playing out the Opal. Alright, so they're just getting cards out of their hand because they're under the gun from discard. Alright, now they're Hellbent. And I gotta find a way to win this game. Okay. Better late than never. That cuts off echo lines. Next turn I can minus Liliana to eat a bunch of their permanents. They can't cast Ad Nauseam this turn because Mox Opal's not on. I guess I have to worry about Veil of Summer a little bit here. Be a pretty tremendous blowout. I'm actually just going to plus Liliana again. Like I said, they can't cast Ad Nauseam, and I don't want to get blown out by Veil of Summer off the top. Like, I think if they draw a land or mana source, they'll just put it into play, so they don't lose it to Liliana. All right, now I can hit them for guaranteed. All right, get you with this. So I'll keep them off Ad Nauseam. So I'm going to separate Mox Opal from the Lotus Petals. I think they'll keep the 2 lands here. All right, yeah, those are my piles. So they can have 3 mana temporarily, or 1 mana or 2 mana permanently. Yeah, now I just need to find a win condition. Like, we've got. All right, yeah, they give up. Oh, Kroxa was coming, and I had the 6 mana to play and bring it in immediately, so that would have went well. Also, cool shortcut with Liliana the Veil. I can just discard Kroxa and go straight to escaping. Never even died. Was born in the afterlife. Okay, so that went pretty well. Now they're on the play, though, which makes everything harder. I don't think my plan changes. Back in, same deck. Alright, I mean, I have Dark Ritual Liliana. Don't even know if that's good. I'll keep, though. Oh, they mulled to 5. Let's hope that this mull to 5's good. Like, if they just keep, like, a Veil of Summer hand, and I ritual out Liliana instead of having Veil, or having a targeted spell, that's going to be pretty good. They could also just like dumpster on turn 1, like if they just play like Wishclaw Talisman here or something. Alright, so they chose to shuffle. This certainly looks like they're leaving up Veil of Summer here. So I guess the question is it better to waste them and take them off mana, or to challenge their hand? And I think I want to start challenging their hand, because if I get Liliana in play this turn, I can Wasteland them and hold up Pyroblast next turn. That sounds PDs, if you ask me. I'm going to discard the second Liliana to the first, to the plus. Alright, please don't discard Echo. What do you got for me? Alright, they discarded Bloodstained Mire. So if I get another turn, it's going to be a very good turn. I'll have Pyroblast up, waste them off a land. Oh no, they're doing stuff. Wishclaw Talisman, okay. And Burning Wish. What are they going to get? Oh, they're going to get Echo. Okay. Fair enough. I think I'm about to blow them out with Pyroblast, honestly. I'll waste your 1 mana source, plus Liliana discarding Inquisition of Kozilek, because I don't think I'm going to need that. And then they're going to try to draw any mana source, wish with Wishclaw Talisman for Lion's Eye Diamond, and then I'm going to get them with the Pyroblast. We're about to have a screenshot moment. This is getting tweeted. Thanks for the talisman. I'll use that later at my convenience. Counter target blue spell. Oh yeah. Alright, on the board. Red Splash already paid off. Alright, I am on the play. This is clearly a mulligan. Come on, I play 23 lands, give me a break. Alright. Going to 5 it seems. Keep. Alright. I don't want court until later, and I'm just going to hope that they're not a deck with any creatures in it. This is the price we pay. Living that Pox life. Alright, show me your secrets. Oh. Burn, is it? Okay, so I can give them Swift Spear and just slowly die out to it, or I could eventually die to Bedlam Reveler. I think I'm going to take the Swift Spear and then hope that I can catch the Reveler with a discard spell before it matters. Oh, come on. Okay, so I want to Inquisition first. I'm trying to whittle their hand down so that the hymn is gonna hit the Bedlam Reveler, guaranteed. So I'll take the Lightning Bolt. They have these 4 cards left. All right. So I suspect that they're going to cast 2 spells. Chain Lightning will put them down to 4 cards in hand. Faithless Looting will put them down to 3 cards in hand. Yeah, the Chain Lightning will be 2, and then we can get the Bedlam Reveler. Oh, they're setting up a big Phoenix turn. Okay. Well, they played around one thing. Let's see if I can get them with the other thing. So Hymn to Turok, as long as it hits Bedlam Reveler, we've got a chance. If it misses, we just fucking lose. All right, Chain Lightning, Bedlam Reveler in the bin. All right. You're saying there's a chance. Come on, Liliana. Are they going to looting right now? Ooh, that seems aggressive in my professional opinion. Oh, they had a Phoenix in hand. I guess it's fine then. All right, come on. Removal spell. Liliana. Liliana for the win. Oh. All right. If you keep them hellbent, they can't bring back Phoenix. So if I draw a red source, I can cast Kroxa next turn with Dark Ritual. Oh, come on with the crash throughs. Just play a land, pass the turn. All right, good. Yeah, if these Phoenixes ever come back, I lose. So red source off the top, maybe? Red source? We're running into the problem described. I did my best to eliminate this Soulscar Mage, but they did top deck after I got rid of Monastery Swiftspear. This is the thing that snuck through. All right, red source, Astrolabe, fetch land, removal spell. Removal spell counts. Okay, let's get rid of this Soulscar Mage. Pressure's off, but now they have a card in hand, but not for long. If they have a Manamorphose or Crash Through or Bedlam Reveler or something that can reload their hand, we're in some trouble. Faithless Looting probably counts. Discarded Fire Blast. That must mean they have another spell. Or another Fire Blast, because that would have been the third spell they need. Yeah, the second Fire Blast. Okay. That was very close. I guess there's an argument maybe I'm supposed to plus Liliana just to make sure the Phoenixes don't come back, and I can deal with the Swift Spear another time. I don't know. Close call there. Pretty sure only Leyline comes in this matchup. Crucible is too slow. Wasteland doesn't seem to have any targets. I can't go too low on lands because I do have Astrolabes that make the Wastelands into actual lands. All of this removal is good. Kolagon's command seems a little janky. Court of Ambition might be risky in this deck full of haste creatures. Alright, let's see if we can beat a modern deck. I'll keep this. It's got the Leyline that cuts off the Phoenixes and the Bedlam Revelers. Phoenix is still a 4-mana haste creature, so it's not like gone, but it does help. Mono Red is also not known for their ability to remove an enchantment. What you got? Faithless Looting, Monastery, Swift Spear. I'm going to take the Swift Spear. That's the only repeatable source of damage in that hand. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Alright, yeah. Mountain. Sure. I'm getting these colors set up. Kroxa is going to be ready this time. It did rot in my hand last game. I do have to beat a burn deck here, though. Oh, speak of the devil. Alright, have a win condition. Kinda. Someday. If they keep playing cards. That Faithless Looting's like actively bad at this point. Is Spikefield Hazard an instant? It is. They could have exiled my Kroxa, but instead they dealt 1 damage to me. I'm gonna lead on the Eliminate, actually. I'm gonna see if they commit their Faithless Looting to get more prowess triggers. Yeah, nice. Yeah, Faithless Looting is pretty bad deal when you're facing down the rack. All right, they discarded Lava Dart. Zap, zap. All right, Kroxa, let's get to work. Kroxa is a long way from coming back into play, but now there is a real threat present in this game. And I have the mana for it. And if they cast spells, they just get closer to being under the rack. Alright, him to Turok. Boo. Alright, Liliana the Veil, him to Turok. Just something that goes in my graveyard while disrupting them would be great. Third land. Yeah, they're just staying above the rack, but their hand is clearly pretty non-functional at this point. We know about Fire Blast. I'm effectively at 11. They could reasonably burn me out in a variety of ways. This is some shit. Right, I'll play the fetch land because that is a card for Kroxa, if that ever becomes a thing. So now I need to put 2 cards in the graveyard. They didn't hardcast Arclight Phoenix, so that's good news. Liliana. Alright, Dead of Winter. Well, I have the next creature covered at least. Oh, they're just going to start burning me out. This sucks. Play Soulscar Mage. 2 of them. Alright, I don't think I have any way to gain life in this deck. So I can just play this to get it in the graveyard. I don't know, that seems really bad though. Yeah, I guess if they play like Phoenix, I'm gonna wish I had an answer to it. Yeah, this is the classic Pox problem of, do you want to disrupt your opponent or win the game? Because you usually can't do both. Oh, that's a lot of spells. Do they have Grape Shot? Am I just gonna get Grape Shot? Oh, they're creeping up to hardcast Bedlam Reveler. Alright, come on, some discard spell. Hymn to Turok and Liliana are my favorites. Okay. We're here, team. We did it. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I can actually Kroxa this turn. Is that right? Did I count right? Maybe I didn't. 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh, nope. I counted Kroxa as a card that can exile itself, which is not how that works. I can Kroxa next turn. What did they discard? Discarded Lava Dart. Alright, that's 1 less damage I'm going to take. Alright, Soulscar Mage. I'm ready for you. So there's no 2 cards that can deal 12 on their own. I probably want to fetch before I draw. Astrolabe. Target player sacks a creature. You. I'm going to choose not to play around Price of Progress. Alright, so Fire Blast was exiled. And here comes Kroxa. I hope, if I can click on these cards. Alright, oh, they're just conceding. Okay. Next round. Leyline was very good there. I don't think my plan changes. Yeah, I'm still worried about Court of Ambition versus the haste creature deck, so I'm gonna keep this. Was that the Mull to 5, or did I Mull to 5 in game 1? I feel like no, it was game 1 where I Mull to 5, right? Or was that the last game? I've lost track. Never mind. Just rambling. Alright, this is a keep. Got a bunch of removal in it. Astrolabe to fix the colors. There's no discard yet, but against Prowess, I'm more worried about removal before I worry about discard. Didn't have a Leyline either. Alright, that Dark Ritual will help in the future. Get that Leyline into play, perhaps. Alright, another... Okay, so I might just Ritual Dead of Winter to kill these 2 things. I guess they could like Fire Blast in response to save them. So if I Dark Ritual, drawing Astrolabe lets me use that mana. Oh, I have Astrolabes also, so this is actually great. So Dark Ritual, Swamp, Astrolabe, Dead of Winter for the 2-for-1. Let's hope they don't have Mindbreak Trap. Okay. Immediate pressure off. Alright, glad that wasn't also attached to 2 damage. Faithless Looting, yeah, okay, they just left that. Okay, so next turn I can hardcast Leyline, and that should take a lot of the pressure off of the Bedlam Reveler and Phoenix kind of shit they might still do. Just have to hope they don't put a bunch of Phoenixes into play this turn. Alright, I can deal with 1 Phoenix this turn. This is unfortunately a sorcery, so I'm probably just going to take 6 to this thing. Because if I kill it before I get the Leyline in, then they can probably just replay it. That's interesting. I think I'm actually going to Liliana and plus. Because if then they can decide if they want to attack Liliana, try to get her down. That would gain me a bunch of life. And I can set up Leyline plus minus next turn if they don't do that. Looting. Alright. Let's hope they don't have another Phoenix. If I end up getting punished for going with Liliana. Alright, they didn't have a second Phoenix. Life is good. Alright, this Phoenix has trample though, so watch out. Alright, cool. Boom. And Liliana's, they didn't attack Liliana, so she's out of Lava Dart range. I mean, they can bolt her though. But let's at least get this Phoenix out of here. Yeah, so if they bolt Liliana, that's a bolt that didn't go to my face with them at 2 cards in hand. If they don't bolt Liliana, she's just gonna chugga. I mean, Bedlam Reveler is real good here. Oh, just flashback looting. That seems pretty desperate. It's Chain Lightning targeting me. Unfortunately, I don't have 2 mana up. My Astrolabes could send it back. If they have another bolt, put me to 4. That could be dangerous. But if they don't have exactly that, alright, yeah, just, okay. Even more dangerous, I'm at 3. Yikes. There's no way in the deck to gain life, so I'm probably just going to lose. Alright, I'm going to plus discarding Wasteland. The Eliminate takes the threat off of a haste creature, but, I mean, they play plenty of Lightning Bolts. And there is a Lava Dart in the graveyard already. Oh no, they found something to spend their mana on. Or not. Let's see, did they go for Bedlam Reveler but didn't have enough? Gonna discard the Hymn. They're already hellbent at this point. It was Bedlam Reveler, nice. They were 1 mana short of Bedlam Reveler. But I need to start winning this game. Come on, rack. Another Bedlam Reveler. Oh, they were 2 mana short. Wow, they're actually... Those were 2 good draws, but they were just a little off. Alright, I have that covered. I'm going to use the Angrath's Rampage on this one because that's a sorcery. Alright, red, black, sack a creature. Drawing Leyline gives me an easy card to discard also. God, I wish I was at 4 life instead of 3. 5 would be even better. I need a Kroxa very quickly. Not sure what they're thinking about here. I am way behind. Don't let this board state fool you. This would be a great time to draw Court of Ambition. They also have the sweet luxury of slow rolling me if they want. Like if they draw Lightning Bolt, they could just pass the turn. Oh, I'm dead. That's from hand. Yep, that... Oh, no, because that gets exiled. Cool. It's still alive, effectively at 1. So my fetch lands are off. Thoughtseize is definitely off. All right. Now the list of things that kill me just got a lot bigger. All right, what would they draw but not play? That's suspicious. Oh, Phoenix. Yeah, that's about the only thing left that they would draw but not play. Soulscar Mage, okay. So I'm gonna -2 Liliana on them. Or I can do this. -6 Liliana. Separate Soulscar Mage from everything else. This is a giant level game. I want to make them think I can't answer this, even though I could answer it with -2. All right, bummer. They didn't fall for it. I just had to do something drastic there because I'm not winning this game. I guess I could have put a mountain in the pile with the Soulscar Mage. That plays around at least hardcast Rift Bolt. Alright, yeah, I'm dead. Alright. That game went 14 turns. I just didn't have a win condition. I did board out some Shrieking Afflictions, didn't I? Oh, no, I didn't. That was in the last round. Literally only boarded out Court of Ambition. So, yeah, just didn't find a win con. Controlled them, but couldn't get the game over with. Alright, next round. Okay, I'm on the draw here. I've kept this hand because maybe I'm just biased from last round, but I feel like having win conditions is worth a lot versus just relying on discard. So I'm going to start just putting win conditions into play, and eventually their hand will get lower. If this is some sort of fair blue deck, slower blue deck, this plan could end up being pretty good. If they're afraid to cast cards because they'll get stuck under all these afflictions, that's a good deal for me. Do I want a Kroxa or do I want to Astrolabe plus Affliction? I think I want to Astrolabe, because finding a Thoughtseize or similar would be pretty good. Alright, I have the Murderer's Row lined up here. If they want to daze this, that's great with me. You got a deal. Wow, Force of Negation pitching Flusterstorm. Build your own Hymn to Turok. I think they panicked a little there. I would have definitely ignored this card. Pitching Flusterstorm, no less. I mean, if they just play Oko here, I lose anyway, and it doesn't matter. Yep, fuck that. Motherfucking Oko. Alright, good news is they're going to take damage from the rack. I'm going to Kroxa their hand. I mean, if they want to elk me, that's also fine, but I don't think they're going to want to do that. Ooh, him to Turok plus Shrieking Affliction. That's actually pretty exciting. I guess I should play around days, though. And if they force this, it's the same as it resolving, card count-wise. Alright, take damage. It's a shame that Oko is in play, because any other permanent they'd be in a lot of trouble against. But now they are in the position where they have to decide if they want to gain life with these foods or attack me with the foods. And both of them have their problems. And they're also tremendously disincentivized from casting anything because staying above one card in hand matters. Like even making a land drop could be dangerous. Alright, you're just giving me a 3/3 instead of... Like, that's going to do more damage than the rack would have done. I am going to attack my opponent with this. I want their life total to be reduced. And if they lightning bolt, I'm just going to Kroxa. Coatl. A non-death touch Coatl, that's a deal. And then they're going to be hellbent going into the Shrieking Affliction. Alright, Kroxa, show us your moves. Hopefully they just end up taking 9 here. Like, forcing this would save them 2 life. Alright, Brainstorm in response is good. At least they get to decide what cards they're losing. Let's see if they want to trade their food for my rack creature. Or I think they need to eat these foods, though. Yeah, it's going to be really hard for them to stay out of Shrieking Affliction range. That Force of Negation on the first Shrieking Affliction is looking both really good and really bad right now. Because on the one hand, it took 2 cards out of their hand when they could have just ignored it, but on the other hand, they are taking a lot of damage from Shrieking Affliction right now. Discard Carpet of Flowers. Yeah, that's a pretty safe one. Bang, bang, another one. Discarding Teferi. Nice. Alright, let's Shriek in their upkeep. What did they keep on top? And does it beat this 3/3 elk? Coatl. Alright, still in Shrieking range. They can elk the Coatl. Is there even a card you want? I think you just decline here. I guess maybe Brainstorm is better than a random draw. Yeah, okay, that makes sense. I think Oko's just going to make food here. So Court of Ambition. This Coatl actually sucks a lot for me. Yeah, Oko just challenging the court on haste. Oh, they traded. That's even worse. But okay, Oko's at 2. They have no cards in their hand. So how does Court of Ambition line up here? Probably very badly is the answer. It does make them continue to discard, though. And I draw a card right now, so... Alright, fuck it, here we go. They're going to take 3, go to 7. The Oko can offset the Shrieking Affliction. I just have to make something happen here. Like getting Kroxa into play is probably my next big move. Uro and Oko are bugged right now that you still get the attack trigger, and I hope that it's not the case with Kroxa also, because I would feel bad about that. But I would still make my attack because that is the plan that I have. So they're going to have to discard unless they or lose 3 life. So this is an additional rack effect. The Monarch draw displaces the lose 3 life trigger pretty well, but this does, it mitigates its own monarchy, which is pretty interesting. Like if they want to keep the card and lose 3 life, that's a pretty bad deal for them. Ponder just to shuffle the Brainstorm. Let's go, let's go. Yeah, they chose to shuffle off that Ponder. Yeah, you're the Monarch, I know. I get it. Drawing a land would be pretty great for me. Alright, so you discard. Or lose 3 life, your call. Interesting, because like if they discard, they lose 3 life anyway. So, alright, but that plays straight into him to Turok. Oh, they discarded. So I'm gonna Thoughtseize them and hope that this is a card, a spell. Right, it's Hull Breacher, nice. 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh no, I miscounted. I'm so dumb. I lost 2 life for no reason. These cards are so much harder than they look. I guess I'll gain some life, because that's gonna happen anyway. Yeah, this is sort of madness, just jamming this Monarch card. But I feel like we're close to getting over this finish line. The Oko life gain is a problem, but Oko gaining life is less pressure from Oko. I guess if I had attacked Oko even once with the rack, they wouldn't have been able to trade and have the 3/3. I don't know. It's close call. So, alright, they just played their land, cool. They're not even trying to stay above Shrieking Affliction, they're just trying to race it with Oko. Alright, would you like to discard the card or lose the life? So now I need a land again. Or a like 1 mana spell like Dark Ritual would also get Kroxa into play. Okay, perfect. That was lucky. So Oko can Elk Kroxa. One, two, three, four, five. Going to get at least 1 trigger off of this. So they're going to go to 1. They can gain, so they can go to 4. But if they Elk Kroxa, that's a turn that they did not make a food. Yeah, this is fun. Yeah, if this card was anything but Oko, this game would have ended 1,000 turns ago in my favor. This is a Oko versus everything game right now, which I guess tends to be how Oko games play out. Haven't seen any white mana yet, which is good news for the Kroxa contingent. All right, this Death Touch creature, they're in on that. That's their plan. So Kroxa is going to deal 3, and Shrieking Affliction is going to deal 3, so they're at 1. I might as well jam my him here. do I attack with Kroxa into the Death Touch creature? And yeah, I guess so. Because then I can also Liliana's Triumph the rack. Just gaining their life. Gonna attack them still. And triumphing the rack also puts a second card in my graveyard because it's my rack. Alright, so Kroxa is 2 cards away now. Opponent's at 1. Effectively at 4. Just gaining life right now, not even fucking around. Yeah, now they're in that gamesmanship zone of I'm top decking. They can discard the card. Alright, as long as they have easy discards, it doesn't really matter. Alright, this was one of the few completely dead draws. Like, even a card like Thoughtseize at this point would put a card in my graveyard for Kroxa. So Badlands was one of the few very just totally dead draws at this point. Uh-oh. Oh no. My nemesis, the other Titan. That's going to get them out of Shrieking Affliction range and then easily win the game next turn. So this is the last time they're going to have to discard, so they can just pretty easily. Oh, alright. That was a good draw. Just put them under the Affliction again. If their last cards are Force Blue card, then that's pretty annoying. I think they're trying to think of how Force Blue card works here. Alright. Make my land drop plus. So they're back into Shrieking Affliction. Oh, I shouldn't have made my land drop. I should have discarded that land for Kroxa. That was loose. It doesn't... I still don't cast Kroxa this turn, but that was definitely more valuable in the graveyard than it is in play. So this would have guaranteed Kroxa to come into play next turn. Oh wow, I played that so bad. Gotta pay attention to your environment. The normal play pattern of play your land so you don't have to discard it just doesn't make sense when I'm trying to get up to escape. Alright, so they go to 1 in their upkeep. Alright, yeah, they are committing to making this into an elk, which is the right play. Because it plays around Liliana. And the Uro's going to regain a bunch of life anyway. Yeah, if they elk this, attack Liliana to 1, that gives them Edict Insurance. Uro's in play. I fucked up, so I'm not even threatening Kroxa. Interesting choice to put a land into play or not. I would not in this spot. Looks like they didn't either. Can't even be sure they have a land, but I wouldn't put it into play if I did. I honestly think not discarding that land to Kroxa is going to cost me this game. Like, if they elk this, then it's not food anymore. And they can't gain 3 life. Maybe the play is just make another food. So you can gain 7 or 6 in the upkeep, just in case. Made the land drop. Oh, they do have white mana, it seems. Oh yeah, we see Terminus here, so they do have white mana. Alright, they made another food. So I do get to eat Uro, but that barely matters. Alright, I'll take one of the plows. And Uro can come back over and over again at this point. I mean, looking at the board though, or at the clocks, they're at 12.5 minutes and I'm at 20. So another win con just emerged. That Force of Negation on Shrieking Affliction that I made fun of early on. That Shrieking Affliction would have done like 21 damage by now. Or it's turn 12, so maybe even more. Turns out that playing a deck that wants to win the game 3 life points at a time in a format where gaining 3 life is just attached to every playable card anyway. Dangerous, though we can see how this could have gone better. I am going to make them play it out though. Yeah, like if they attack Liliana, I get to play Kroxa. They have the Swords to Plowshares, but I mean that's 6 life, so I'll take it. And if I could also just draw a discard spell. I do play a few of them. Discarded Island. Alright, K command. So this is no longer an artifact, unfortunately. This is actually insane. If I bring back Kroxa, I think I have to do it this way. Or is there a way to do this really cleverly? So K command. I don't think so. If I deal 2 to them and make them discard, and then also play Kroxa, I mean that's pretty cool, but I don't think it's enough. So this is going to be discard and shock. God, this is so hard to find the correct answer. Target player discards. Okay. Target player, any target. Or I think I should try to surprise them with that, actually. So red, red, black, black. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So I want them to plow my Kroxa because they could just plow their own Uro if they realize they're about to die. Alright, so there's Kroxa. They have 1 card in hand. Pass the turn here. Alright, they plowed my Kroxa. I think I had to do this beforehand so Kroxa would actually deal damage. Let's see. So they're going to crack one of the foods. I'll destroy the other and deal 2 to them. Are they dead? I think they're dead. Destroy target artifact. Alright, destroy target artifact. Deal 2. I think we did it. Holy shit. Oh wait. No. God, I'm so dumb. We're off by 1. Off by 2. I got so excited for no reason. I can't do math. I'm just busy pretending that we have a chance. I did go to 17 life off that exchange, though. And denying them a food is a big deal. This game has been weirdly close. I feel like Oko, Uro, all the things they've been doing, I should have been dead 100 years ago. Narset. Okay, so Narset replaces herself with more cards in hand. Ooh, Day's Undoing. That's really good. Ends the turn, though. So they have to discard or... Okay, I've lost. I'll make them make their attack, though. We played this far. They have 10 minutes left on their clock. Yeah, so they snuck a turn 3 Oko in under my discard, and that was the entire game. This was Oko versus everything. All right, but I have Pyroblast coming in. Pyroblast and Leylines are both coming in. And Needle for Oko, I think. Pretty sure I don't want the Blood Moons. They have Astrolabes and lots of basics. So Liliana's Triumph is not great. Dead of Winter is like fine, but whatever. Maybe I don't want Crucible. But if I don't want Crucible for this matchup, when do I want it? So Crucible's in the maybe pile. It's just I'm bringing in 10 cards. So the K command was spicy, but I'm going to take it out. Dead of Winter is also out. My plan is not to Dead of Winter a bunch of Elks. I'm going to have to beat those. That's fair and square. With by mitigating the Oko itself. I think I should cut Dark Ritual against the deck with at least 5 forces in it, maybe more. Rampage can answer Oko. Thoughtseize is good. The Court is a little dangerous, I guess. If I have 4 Pyroblast, maybe I don't need the Needle. I do want to keep Court in. I can't go too thin on win conditions, like we saw in the previous round. That's just not a recipe for success. All right, so I have to either win this game or make it last 10 minutes. I would like to play first, and I'll keep this hand. Again, this one isn't like blazing out of the gates, but it doesn't really have to in this matchup. Astrolabe right away. I'm gonna fetch for a Badlands here, because I don't want to draw it. Right on time, Leyline. Alright, Kroxa, go get him. Just start the discarding. Got Kroxa in the graveyard. Get headed in that direction. I don't need to leave up Pyroblast until turn 3, and I have Eliminate as well. So I have a couple answers to Oko ready. Days Undoing is a pretty scary card for them to have just in general, just being able to draw 7, even if they don't combo it with a Narset or Hull Breacher. Him to Turok would be a great draw, because I can him and still hold up Pyroblast. I would not jam Liliana this turn if I draw it. Extracting my Kroxas. Okay. Unfortunate, but sure. Have to win the game another way. Alright, now they know that they have to play around Pyroblast. Which is one of the best cards against this style of deck. All of their good cards are blue. Alright, I don't play Fatal Push or anything, so I'll just fetch now. Get those lands out of my deck. Don't actually want them. Alright, I'll hang this Wasteland out as a deterrent for fetching good mana. Not going to blast that. Save it for what matters. At the very least, them playing around Pyroblast is going to gain me a bunch of time. Alright, let's fight over a leyline. If they counter this, I'm not going to actually fight over it. I'm just going to present it as something that they have to think about. They are taking their sweet time thinking about it. I like that. This looks like Force of Negation hardcast. Hull Breacher, huh? They can have Hull Breacher. I have Eliminate in hand. If they go for the Days Undoing, I can Pyroblast that. If they have Force backup, I can't beat that anyway. So they're going to put Days Undoing on top of the deck. Yep. Let's hope they can't draw it and back it up with counterspells all this turn. This is dangerous. Alright, I'll do my best here, but if they have a counterspell, they're going to get to combo. Yep, looking pretty good. Yeah, tapping low for the leyline turned off the eliminate. Alright, so they're going to get to Days Undoing me. My hand's already not good, so we'll see if that matters, but yeah, they had their deck is designed to put a pretty tight squeeze on me here because they have both the Hull Breacher that makes me not want to tap out and the Uro, which makes me want to get Leyline into play as soon as possible. Yep, so I'm hellbent, you got a fresh 7. I'll just concede. Okay, yep, that's the what we've been saying about the problems with discard decks in Legacy. The top decks are so good, individual cards are so good, just when you can lose to Days Undoing because you didn't leave up 2 removal spells, that is. I also didn't cast a discard spell that entire game, so maybe if I were able to check the hand for the Hull Breacher, I would have known when to move and not move. So you want to draw both halves of the deck, basically, is the problem. And I only drew one of them. Alright, next round. I would like to play first. Okay, this hand needs a win condition, but it has a lot of disruption. I'll lead on Inquisition. Oh. Karn, Scion of Urza, Emry, Lurker of the Loch. I think I want to take Emry. Maybe I take Hangerback Walker because I have a bunch of creature removal here. And Hangerback is the one that is 2 cards. Yeah, I'll take Hangerback Walker. This is the one that makes a construct, yeah. Alright, Walking Ballista for 1. That's fine. So I want to Thoughtseize them here, take the Karn. Yeah, I can kill Emery, so the hand's looking pretty weak here, but Walking Ballista is a threat that can repeatedly hurt me. Alright, yeah, Lotus Petal's fine. This is a matchup where the top deck problem is huge. Like, they have so many, like, Karn, Urza, Psy kind of top decks in this matchup that it's a complete nightmare to try to control this with a discard deck. Should probably fetch. Alright, so I can Astrolabe and still cast my removal spell. Have to eliminate. Good thing one of these targets, because Walking Ballista is an easy way to absorb an Edict. I just hope they blank for a few draw steps. Doesn't look like they blanked. It's Chalice on 1. Bummer. Alright, so I can Triumph to make them discard Walking Ballista. They'll probably ramp it up here. I would, but I mean, up to them. They have so many artifacts that Angrass Rampage is never going to get this Chalice. They can just sacrifice their Seat of the Synod. That's pretty stupid. Land would be a good draw, though. Cool. Alright, so Liliana's Triumph. That card doesn't target. I just cast it. So I am going to make them sack an artifact, because if they want to keep their Chalice, it takes them off blue mana, and that is worth something to me. There is a Kolaghan's Command in the deck also. Alright, so target player sacks an artifact. Let's see what they think is more important. I'm kind of happy either way, which makes this pretty nice. Alright, they kept the Chalice. Bold strategy. I'm not sure what I would do in that spot, but I feel like I would want blue mana. Alright, let's just draw Kroxa and shut this down now. Liliana's also good. Astrolabe's not good. My smart technology being bricked by this Chalice of the Void. Oh no, they drew mana. Oh, they drew a colorless card. That's a good one. Kroxa was a little too late, it seems. Yep, Haymaker deck versus discard deck. It was just a matter of time. See, are they going to go straight for the liquid metal coating? Yep. So I need to draw like exactly Kolaghan's Command right now. They can freeze one of my red sources in the upkeep. Yeah, I know. I get it. And I'm dead. Okay. Locked out. Again, trying to react with discard spells in the powerful Proactive Legacy format. Want Null Rod and Pithing Needle. Probably want some number of Pyroblasts, because they do have Urza. Like, this is the Echo deck. And Echo is, as we know, a problem for me. Pyroblast also hits Emery, so that's fine. Actually, every card in the sideboard has some value here. Every single one. Alright, Crucible has been pretty lackluster for this whole league. Leona's Triumph, Invitrock, Thoughtseize. I might have to shave on Astrolabe. Against both Karn and Chalice, it gets kind of shitty, even though it is important to cast my spells. One last Triumph, I guess. Gotta cut 2 more cards. It pains me to cut Court of Ambition, but I think it's right. I actually feel like I want Blood Moon in this matchup, but I also feel like it's too slow for this matchup, and if I don't bring it in here, when am I going to bring it in? Alright, Dark Ritual also against this deck. I don't think that's where I want to be. So maybe I will bring in a Blood Moon, now that I have room. Okay, let's go. Playing first. Oh no, I drew the basic mountain for the first time. That's a mulligan. There's 1 basic mountain in the deck. Alright, this is a keep. I'm going to bottom the Astrolabe because I already have black-red, black-red. This isn't actually doing anything. What is going to do something, though, is curving Thoughtseize into him to Turok. Oh, you have Wasteland, you absolute monster. So, Null Brooch, what? Discard your hand, counter target non-creature spell. Alright, that's pretty good. I'll take the Chalice, I guess. Okay, so I'm going to get wasted here. Maybe I should have fetched for Swamp first, but Wasteland is not a card that's normally in these decks. Alright, yeah, they didn't even go for the Wasteland. Their hand is pretty mana light. Wonder how many Wastelands I should play around. Alright, I need to fetch some number of swamps because I am... Oh, I don't want Kroxa, I want him. I am playing a Blood Moon. Alright, hit the Karn and a second Chalice, wow. So the reason they didn't waste me is because they drew a second Chalice and I just spiked it off the Hymn to Turok. That's pretty good. Now I'm kind of hoping they do waste me instead of getting on board with Ballista. Alright. Wish is my command. That is the 5th card for Kroxa. Now we just need to get up to the mana to play it. Alright, so Badlands, Kroxa, let's go. Yeah, let's hope they don't discard Echo of Eons. Alright, Null Brooch is out of here. That's some hot technology. Haven't seen that card in a very long time. So I can answer Emery. Not anymore. Oh, this sucks. They can play Emery now and waste me. Oh no, they can't do both. Yeah, they can do both. What? Oh yeah, the Citadel. Yeah, I forgot that was an artifact. That's brutal. I was really counting on this Pyroblast to answer the Emery. I guess we'll see if they value wasting me in this spot, if they think Emery can just win the game on her own. Ball's in your court. Yep, wasted. Shit. Fetch land or Astrolabe. Ugh. This sucks. That was so close. They top-decked Wasteland. Like, I knew it wasn't in their hand. I had seen their hand recently, and then just ripped the second one. But, I mean, we're both... they drew the land. Now they can cast Chalice. Yeah, they've drawn better than me. Couldn't even punish them for the Wasteland. Yeah, now I can't get an Astrolabe into play. I'm 2 red sources away from Kroxa. So Liliana still has a chance to take over this game. Yes, that's not even true because they can just play Ballista out of the graveyard this turn. Guess it's up to them. Yeah, Ballista, they have both a clock and protection from Liliana. So eliminate is still good. All right, I'm dead. Yeah, they got through that one. Like, my discard spells navigated what they could, but they drew a second Wasteland. Then when they needed a second mana source, they had it right there. So, all right, on to the last round. All right, on the plate for the last round. Let's try to salvage another win. I'm keeping the dream alive of turn 2 Court of Ambition. There's nothing to really Dark Ritual into here. Uh-oh. Gonna need a land. Oh, I'm probably not going to turn 2 Court of Ambition against basic forest anyway. Alright, please land. This hand is so set up to beat this. Land, 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 land. Oh my god. I am going to Dark Ritual here, though. I'll save the Eliminate for when I can actually target things. Yeah, that sucks. And it's so much potential. We're playing against some maniac with creatures in their deck. If I can just hit land, land, and string these Eliminates into a Dead of Winter, I actually feel like I can win this game, though. Alright, need the land right now. This Quirion Ranger is going to be a problem. Where were you last turn with that Dark Ritual? My god. Yeah, now I'm going to lose. There was a tenuous string I could keep flowing here to stay in this game, but it is no longer present. I guess drawing, if I don't die this turn, and then I draw the other Dark Ritual for Dead of Winter, I guess that's a line. But in general, this looks pretty bad. I play 23 lands. I had the Arkham's Astrolabe plus draw stab. Like, I don't think that hand was terrible. And a Dark Ritual to make some stuff happen in between. Like, obviously it didn't work, but I don't think that was just some like indefensible garbage punt. All right, well, there's that. Okay, so this matchup is really hard anyway. Court of Ambition, unfortunately, is not remotely playable. All I really have to bring in are the Pithing Needles, though. Like, I can name Wirewood Symbiote and Quirion Ranger and Allosaurus Rider, or Allosaurus Shepherd. But this is a match where I actually want Blood Moon over Crucible. But this is a match where the discard spells reign. Yeah, there's basically no world where Court of Ambition is going to be defensible against their board. Cool. Uh-oh. Can I mulligan this? I think I have to. All right, I'm going to learn my lesson. All right, here's this. The rack, I have Kroxa this time, so I'm going to ship the rack and Triumph. Or I'm going to have to remove something from play. Maybe it is just Kroxa. Just ship the win cons, hope for the best. Fuck it, YOLO. I am going to Inquisition first. Shepherd. Alright. So they're not going to have a real play on turn 1. Right, if I draw a land, they're likely going to fetch for Dryad Arbor. Like, just play fetch land, pass, fetch for Dryad Arbor. And I can get it with Triumph. Ugh. All right, I guess I have to Astrolabe. Damn it. Not like this. Yeah, there's the Dryad Arbor. They're going to play Cradle. Or I guess they can save their Cradle. Just play the Visionary here. Land, please. Okay. I think Triumph. So 1, 2, 3. They spend 1, 1, 2. Yeah, I think Triumph is the better play here. Because if I miss on the Hymn to Turok, if I don't hit the natural order, I'm dead. So let's just eat this Elvish Visionary and pass a turn. All right, that is a fetch land I haven't seen yet. All right, they did get the Bayou. So if I draw a land, I can Blood Moon, and then they can't cast Natural Order. All right, come on, deck. Help me out here. I hate when my opponent pauses in my upkeep when I'm sweating a draw step. They know what they're doing. Okay, so I think Hymn to Turok is my only way to stop Natural Order from happening this turn. And even that is just hoping for the best. They could bounce Nettle Sentinel also to like make the odds worse. All right, they lost the Cradle, which doesn't matter. Yeah, all right. Missed land drops twice in the finals. But again, even though I added cantrips and card advantage to the Pox decks, the real problem here is that this deck has no way to manipulate its draws. Like, just the cards you draw are the cards you draw. If you draw, we saw games where I drew the discard half and then died to their top decks because I couldn't close. We saw games where I drew win cons but couldn't disrupt them. And then we've seen ended the league with some games where I just, despite cantripping and keeping mostly reasonable hands, just couldn't play the game. So that is the problem with decks like this. And if you've watched my previous Pox leagues, you'll know that this is also kind of how those ended. Yeah, it doesn't matter what they get here, whether it's Craterhoof or Progenitus. I can't beat either of them. Am I dead on board to a hoof? So that's 9, 15. Yeah, I'm actually just dead for Xaxes. Cool. Well played. All right, so I am Deadzos. All right, a 1-5 or 1-4 with Pox. I'm not surprised. I did my best to fix what I could about the archetype. I think the archetype is fundamentally flawed in Legacy, present day Legacy. At least when they ban Oko, maybe we'll get another chance at it. Crucible sucked. Turn that into something else. Maybe the 4th Liliana or another Kolagon's Command. I'll actually just go ahead and do that. But yeah, K Command was one of the more interesting cards that gives you more choices than you normally get in Pox. So you probably also don't need all 3 Blood Moons in the sideboard. It wasn't very good. Other than Dark Ritual, you don't have many ways to ramp it out, so like a lot of decks get set up underwards. Sideboard, seasoned to taste, but this main deck, I did my best. At the end of the day, it's still a Pox deck. So thank you for the donation. Thanks for watching. Make sure to like, comment, subscribe, and I'll see you next time.